Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Creators Outlet. Please subscribe to us over on YouTube. Tonight we are on Twitter and Twitch as well, because Facebook don't like me. Let's welcome our special guest, Sam Vera, and the alien from his toilet.
Hello there. What's up? This is Duty. Me and Duty in the house.
Duty on the booty.
There you go, Duty on the booty. Jeez. He didn't mean it, Duty. He didn't mean it.
I'm sorry, Duty.
What's up?
Oh, coffee? No, leave that over there. I don't want to be eating some yummy taco salad in front of Sam.
Yeah, I know. Same thing here. My wife tried to give me my food. I was like, I'll wait till the show's over.
And I'm sure you get plenty of Tex-Mex down there now.
Yeah, there's tons.
Texas.
There's tons out here.
You get the good stuff down there.
Yeah.
Real beef. None of the stuff they're trying to shift around on us with this plant-based stuff. I don't want a plant-based burger. I want real meat.
Duty done it. What's up, Johnny?
There he is.
Johnny the Psycho Sci-Fax.
What's going on? So, dude, give yourself a quick introduction to the audience, and then I'll have you do like a quick origin story for those that haven't encountered you yet.
Yes. If you don't know who I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera. I am a comic creator and podcaster. I've been podcasting since 2005 and creating comics since I was a wee lad. And I've done everything from Cosmic Wars, Forbidden, There's an Alien in My Toilet, most notably recently with the podcast Catch the Crazies, which is basically a story loosely based on George Medina and myself, our story in our rise in comics and podcasting. And I'm the host and founder of Catch the Craze podcast.
And you know who I am because I'm host of the show. I haven't created a comic book. I talk, and I was a DJ for 30 years, and we're both hungry, so we're going to get into this.
Yes. So
you've done Alien in My Toilet. So is this a compilation, or is this like all new material now?
No, it's a reintroduction because when I launched There's an Alien in My Toilet, there wasn't social media like this the way it is now. I mean, we had online communities like digital webbing and stuff like that, but we didn't have, the Instagrams, all this other stuff. And MySpace was in its infancy at that time. And so I introduced There's an Alien in My Toilet, and it's known in the New York market. So, and at the convention circuit, and I've been on national news and I've been on radio and television, but I left comics for 10 years and never finished it. So I'm reintroducing it, starting it with the first issue. The first issue is remastered. So it's recolored, relettered, brand new covers, a lot of great stuff happening with this first issue, but the story holds true. And we're keeping everything, the formula the same, and decided to bring it back and launching it on Kickstarter and reintroduce Duty to the populace.
And I see a whole bunch of Duty behind you too.
Yes, he is the man. His name is Dudarius Uranus, and he's from the planet Uranus, and he is the pride of Uranus, and he's on a recon mission to Earth, and he thinks he's the best, most intelligent life form in the universe, and he thinks he's the only one capable of handling this specific project. But that's only to Duty. To the rest of the world, he's anything but you have to find out. No pun intended.
Buy the book, read the book.
Yes.
So are there going to tell us, because the book hasn't launched yet, so we got a pre-launch window. So if you want to toss the pre-launch
It's the link.
Link in the private chat, I will get it up in the main chat for people to see.
Yes. So the landing page is up. Duty has now he has 62 recruits already signed up on the landing page. He needs 100 recruits to board his ship because he needs. It costs him 280 uranium chips to travel from Uranus to Earth. And it's pretty expensive. So he needs to justify that he needs 100 recruits on his ship to make that trip. And so, thank you for the 62 of you out there who have signed up and to be notified when we launch on February 15th. It's going to be awesome. Amazing launch party. There's a lot for everybody. And, we want to get to 100 before Duty hits Earth's orbit. Let's get on that ship.
Hey, George.
That's what I'm talking about. And George actually lettered the book, and George is actually, speaking of Jorge Medina, he's actually did this cover for issue 1 of There's an Alien First Flush. There's an Alien in My Toilet. So it's rare you're never going to get a Medina cover, right? Because George,
it's tough. He's busy working on his stuff too.
He's gave up the pencil. He's given up the pencil. He's he now outsourced illustrators. So now here's your chance to go out and get an official Medina. You know what? I saw this cover on eBay being sold for $40. I'm just saying he's got a demand out there. He's got a demand out there. So you want to get that cover.
Was Mr. Medina selling his own cover on eBay?
Probably.
I gotta ask.
One of his concubines. It could have been anything. Who knows?
It's like, I'm famous. Okay.
Yes.
Run down, get it graded, put it on eBay.
Absolutely.
So, what kind of extras will people be able to?
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot.
Well, that's what I'm going to dig into this a little bit.
Yes. So this comes with, so Duty is a universe. So I used to run a website called dutiesworld.com. He says, what comes in what was the question, George? What you asked?
Oh, well, if one of your concubines was selling your Duty Medina cover there on eBay.
Oh, yes. So Duty, there's a coloring book. So there's a comic book, there's the coloring book, there's the guidebook to the characters in Duty's universe. There's the trading card, which is part of a trading card game, which will launch at the end of the year.
Nice.
And so this is the volume 1 of and this is the original set. And so there's about 20 volumes in trading cards, and it's a full-blown trading card game. The rule book will come out in the fall, the gameplay book, and all the details will come out in the fall. But so there's the trading card set, there's the coloring book, there's the guidebook, there's the comic, plus there's variant covers, there's a sketch cover, there's also stickers, there's a button, there's a t-shirt, and there's wood art. So you can get decorative wood art for your house with Duty on it, variations of Duty, because Duty is the ultimate cosplayer. If you know anything about Duty, he takes on a lot of different persona whenever he gets knocked out, and he gets knocked out quite a bit. So in reality, he thinks he's a supreme being, right? And he talks a lot of smack. He's that kid in the yard that's always talking smack, right? But then when Duty goes night-night, time for Duty to go night-night. When he goes night-night, he dreams that he's a larger-than-life personality, from a samurai to a military person, to a ninja, to a barbarian. Duty takes on a lot of different personalities, and you'll see that he's the great pretender. He always winds up winning in his alternate universe. But in reality, some things are just not that easy for Duty.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much.
So people need to follow this and get all the issues so they can get the cards for the game that's coming
out at
Bits
the end
and
of the year.
pieces of it are coming with everything
Yes.
throughout the year.
So whichever campaign, there'll be a new volume. The full gameplay will be at the end of the year, but you'll get the guidebook, so you'll know what characters are coming out. So you can start picking the characters, and then the gameplay book will be at the end of the year.
Cool. Yeah, there's another campaign that I had backed, Chris Fisk's Infantile Chronicles, which is like that. Like every volume, when you get like the featured perk, you get like 10 new game cards, like collectible cards and stuff like that. And he actually is a game developer and has done software and everything. That's what he does for a living. Yes. And he developed this game like 35 years ago.
Yeah.
So
we had him on the show as well.
Yeah, it was just like sitting in a closet. So is that what happened with this? Like you developed this game, you had the beginnings of this game back when you first started this, or is this something that you
No, the intention was to have a gameplay. But when I left comics, I left it at volume 1 and I didn't flesh it out. So when I decided to come back into comics, Duty was always in the back of my mind. It was just a matter of timing, right? So I didn't want to come back with Duty when I came back to comics a couple of years ago. I wanted to come back with Forbidden because that was 100% completed, and I wanted to introduce that and just feel my way around with crowdfunding, but we did Cast the Crazies. We launched Cast the Crazies, and I wanted to have something to tie into our the podcast and get people attracted to what we do as podcasters and as creators. So I was feeling my way around and trying to learn how to navigate in this new space of crowdfunding. And then the moment was right for Duty. So I knew that Duty. So it was just I waited 10 years with Duty. There was nothing. I could wait another 2 years. So this is the right year to launch Duty. He's ready. He's been chomping at the bits to hit Earth, because he wants to bring the noise. So it's gonna be fun. And so so when I decided to bring him back, I decided to start finishing everything I started out and build from that point on. Because when I left Duty years ago, I left it at issue. I finished the first 6 issues are fully illustrated and complete. And it's a 10-part miniseries. So there's Nailing in My Toilet. The punchline is in the issue 10, but then it spins off into Hi, I'm Duty from Uranus, which is his ongoing series. And but the whole hook with There's Nailing in My Toilet is just a 10-part miniseries.
Very cool. I like the idea of the game, and I've been seeing more and more of that from like the indie sector. Like, well, this is this, but we're developing a game for it, and we're going to be releasing. A lot of people are like releasing pieces like a little bit at a time. I know Luke Stone, who's finally home from his bout with COVID, also has like an RPG game to go along with his hybrid universe. And I just think outside of like the last year or so being such an exciting time to be an indie fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the games can bring us back together because, screw this 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I can't spill my beer on you if you're like 6 feet away. Well,
I know, right? We can't slam the cards on the table and say, you're cheating, right? Yeah, we can't do those things.
Yeah,
but,
you need that flip the table card, and
yes,
you gotta keep things going. So I see lots of cool painted pieces behind you of Duty.
Yes.
So there's going to be a bunch of artwork available on the campaign.
Yes, original original wood art is going to be 2 pages from 2 actual cover pages from the series available for up for grabs. Original page pencil.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But original, so you can actually buy illustrated wood art, or you can get a custom commission piece, and you can say, you know what, I like that, but can you do samurai Duty, or can you give me cowboy Duty, or whatever it is? So you have many options. So there's going to be that as well, and not only that. So,
but wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. See this little guy right here? So he's one of 7, right? He's one of 7, and I don't part with Duty. Because these are prototypes that I use for pitching to like toy companies and licensing companies. And so for this campaign only, and this is a premium. It's not a toy. It's a collector's item. It'll come in this box. Only one of the 7 will come in this box to a lucky person, a collector of rare finds who has deep pockets. Because Duty, this is a hefty price tag for this one, and it's a 1 of 7, and it's signed on the bottom and dated. This is actually this is number 2 of the 7, and it has my signature on it. And this was made in 2005, and the date is on there. And so he's one of that's going to be available. I also have something else that I'm going to announce on the live campaign. That's going to be available as well. So I have some really goodies and some surprises for the launch party. It's going to be amazing.
Cool. And you're doing the launch party on your channel, right?
On my channel on the 15th, yes.
On the 15th. The day after, because the day before, we're all busy doing something.
Yes. And there's no way I was going to do it on Valentine's. I get smacked up in the head.
You like living, so you're not going to do it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no.
I feel that pain. Yes. My girlfriend is watching this on her phone in the other room, so I'm getting ready to go. Oh, this is like working in radio again. I'm getting the delay and everything. Cool. Okay. So now I want to ask a little something off track. Because now you packed up, got out of Jersey, and you're down in Texas now.
Yes.
So I know that changes the entire convention scene for you.
Yes.
What are your plans? Are you planning on doing any conventions this year, or are you still flushing everything out to see what's going on?
I think, for me, I'm definitely going to do a lot of local shows in Texas. I just reached out to a couple of them waiting for a response. I want to hit locations in Texas. I want to do San Diego Comic-Con. I want to do, I'm not going to do New York Comic-Con. I want to do San Diego Comic-Con because Duty and I've always done well at San Diego Comic-Con. And, that's where everybody is. And if I'm going to do a big show, that's going to be the one. I'm still up in the air right now because George and I were going to do MegaCon. We're still talking about that right now, and that's a place that we're going to meet. There's a couple of shows that we want to meet up at. George, myself, the guys, and we're still debating because of everything's been so inconsistent with the messages that's been coming in the news, and you just hear that there, you need a passport, you need a chip, you need a CAT scan. I don't know. So I think for me, it's in Texas. We don't have any of those things. It's you wear a mask if you want to, you do this if you want to, whatever. I still play it safe when I'm in big crowds. I put on a mask, but other than that, Texas, I'm going to do the Fan Expo in June in Texas, and I'm going to do the other one in September in Texas. So those I know I'm going to do. Between then, I'm trying to find smaller shows to try to get the word out, but I just don't know. Right now we're still trying to pick and choose.
And I know there's lots of great shops in Texas that are very independent friendly.
Not many.
Not many. I know of Space Cadets.
Where's that at?
I think that's in Austin.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. George and I were just talking about this. I hit 3 stores. I spent the day. I was going to hit 6 stores in the Dallas area within an hour's drive. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 3 I hit up were not independent friendly. And because I wanted to drop off bag stuffers to promote the campaign. It has the QR code and everything, and they weren't willing to leave it on the counter, and because they weren't big supporters of independence. So, I was very discouraged because in New York, I never had that problem. Midtown Comics, Jim Henley's New Universe, Forbidden Planet, they were all big supporters, and these are the big guys, right? Mm-hmm. So these are little guys in Texas, but they're saying no, but the big boys never had a problem with it, so I didn't understand that. And so then Marvin Wynn and Mark from Torres from McCain from the Radio, they both sent me a list of independent-friendly comic stores throughout the nation and the world. And when I looked at the list, those 3 stores I went to were not on the list. So it's like I wish I had that list before I wasted my time and gas going to these locations. But I believe in grassroots hustle, and so that's why I went there to try to network, and they just weren't buying it. They didn't want anything to do with the craze or with duty.
Well, if you don't support duty, you get no booty.
Jesus. All right, cover your ears, dude. Cover your ears. He wasn't serious. All right. It's all right. It's all right.
I meant like treasure,
There you go. There you go.
So I'm actually excited about this. As you know, I bought the last issue of Catch the Craze that you guys put out.
Yeah.
I thought it was like very cool, and I was like, wow, this stuff really happened to you guys?
Yeah.
Wow. You're like nearly TikTok famous. That's not bad. And I got so I like homage covers. So I bought your homage cover, your version of the homage cover of Action 1.
Yes.
And you were kind enough to send me a sketch card with it. So I've got all that stuff together in my indie box. Yes, that's right. I do have indie boxes.
Yes. There's another homage cover, and it's to the Ninja Turtles for duty. So that's going to be available on the campaign as well. I'm a big Turtles fan, and there was a specific cover that I really was drawn to, and I just wanted to redo it with duty. And let me see if I could tell you what the cover number was. Let's see, where is it? I have it. Yeah, it's right here. So it was issue number 30 by IDW, and one of the turtles is just sitting on a tree stump, writing a note on a notepad, and so I used that as my frame of reference to reenact duty. Duty's on the tree stump writing in a notepad, but in the distance is his UFO that's crashed. So it's pretty dope.
Cool. I like that idea. I'm actually only about a half hour away from the house where Mirage Studios was.
Oh wow, nice.
So I remember driving by it, and I go, and my buddy that owns my LCS goes, yeah, that's where the turtles were born. I'm like, damn, can we stop? He goes, they're not there anymore. I'm like, oh. Yeah. But I got to meet him about 15 years ago at a show in Framingham, Mass. And I was just hanging out. They only had like this little tiny hole in the wall, like a one-room apartment-sized room.
Right.
And Kevin and his crew set up on the left-hand side. And before anybody knew he was in there, I was over shaking hands. Nice to meet you. Still kicking myself in the butt for never buying Turtles #1 off the shelf. I'm like, what's this silly thing? And he laughed and he goes, not so funny now. I go, no. But I got to hang out. The bummer was I was supposed to meet EVS there, and I had dug out some of my favorite things that he had done for DC.
Right.
And he canceled last minute, but I got to meet one of Stan's favorite embellishers, Mr. Joe Sanat, rest in peace.
Right.
One of the many times I got to meet him, and I got an original piece I got another original piece from Joe, the old school Huntress from DC Superstars. He did like a hand sketch, and got to meet some independent people. But I got to meet Kevin, and I didn't have to pay for it.
Nice.
So yay.
If you don't mind, I can show you some of the covers if I could share the screen.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, let me see. Let me share a screen. There it is. Boom. So that cover right there is by George the Dreamer Medina, and that's Duty under the water and the silhouette above of the wolves looking down at him, and you'll find out why. So so this cover here is the homage cover to the Turtles.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and that's Duty sitting down on writing his pad, and with the UFO in the background, and then this here is the Matrix cover. Yes, of Dudarius. This is the Rambo cover, also available. This is the sketch covers, so you can get it blank or you can get it with a commission on it. And then this was done by Masiek Empro, guest artist, cover artist, and so he did this variant cover as well. So all these covers are up for grabs on the campaign. So it's going to be pretty cool.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, that Turtles homage cover. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that all you?
That's all me, baby. Well, not the colors. The illustration, yes. The colors. I have a young lady who does all of my covers for my books, and she is in Indonesia. No, this one's in Indonesia because I have two colorists. The cover colorist is in Indonesia. The other one's in Brazil. Both women, both fantastic colorists, and they do a great job. I just don't have time to draw and color at the same time. Yeah, and they do the podcast and a lot of stuff. So I just do the illustrations, and when I outsource the colors.
It just came out. The balance on that and everything just came out fantastic.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. This is a trending post because I put this out as a post, and it's one of the most liked posts that I've put out so far.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to keep you guys around, you know. I did my little bit from Boston, so
yes.
Yeah. Those look awesome, dude. I'm excited for this because, I mean, I've wanted to get my hands on this just from hearing the title from the first time I read it. I'm like, I don't even care what the book's about. It's called Alien on My Toilet. I need to read this book.
Yeah, and you know he brings out the best in me. You know, yeah, we're like kindred spirits, and you know, I have the most fun when I'm drawing him and creating the stories.
There's so many books that are like great, but some of them are like so dark and serious.
Yeah.
In the matter, we need a little more funny in the funny books.
Yes.
And I used to get so mad when I was a kid. I go, they're not funny books; they're comics. This is serious.
I always say comedy. I always, you know, Duty is a sci-fi adventure series for everybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I'm excited to support this one because and now that I know there's a game coming with it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna want to play the game.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm excited about it too. You know, I've been fleshing it out for a while now. And, you know, which is why I said, you know what, while it's not going to be ready, but at least I can get an insight out to all the characters that are in the series. And you'll learn who General Goatee is and who Dottie, Daisy, and Dee Dee are. And you're going to learn about you're going to learn who, you know, We Are Not Alone Incorporated, who they are. And, you know, No Boo For You. You're gonna find out who that group is. There's a lot of different, you know, groups in this series, and it's fun. A lot of characters, a lot of twists. You're gonna fall in love with a little Chihuahua named Herman who thinks Judy is a talking jalapeno. So it's gonna be it's gonna be
on a stick.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Well, it sounds like a bunch of fun. Would that little dog possibly be one that chased one of you guys through a house, mainly George?
No, that was Bentley. No, that was Bentley. Herman, the Chihuahua, you know, he is in the house, and he's the one who first sees this thing in the house, and he thinks it's a jalapeno. And he's trying to get at it, and he's like, "Oh, it talks too." So then they have this little rivalry going on between the two of them. And it leads from there. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, past this campaign,
right?
What's on slate for what's coming up next for you guys?
So after the end of my toy, then there's The Adventures of Wonder Duck by George Medina, which launches May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And so that's going to be launching then. And then after that, the success of Duty will determine what happens next. So if this one does exactly what I think it's going to do, then we'll go directly into the next campaign right after Wonder Duck. If it doesn't do what I want it to do, then we'll probably do Catch the Crazies number 4. We're not sure yet. So everything is rides on this campaign.
Okay. So when this does as well as you think it's going to do,
we're going straight into the next one.
You're going straight into the next one.
Yes.
So that makes me ask, where does that put the next issue of Catch the Craze? Because
that's where we're gonna be talking about. So because if this creates a buzz and there's a demand for duty, I want to keep feeding that while the coal is burning, and then we'll figure out what do we do with issue 4 of Catch the Crazies? Do we do it as a Christmas release, or do we do it in between? So we'll figure that out, because I think, I'm not sure. I know you got to have George on your show. I'm not sure if George is doing another campaign the same year for maybe Rush 536. I'm not sure. You got to ask him. But we can fit the crazies in between. We just got to figure out how. Because we want to keep. The Crazies has a small following. We want to build on that because we know its potential, but we also have these brands that we've been holding near and dear to our chest, that came before the Crazies. So I know George wants to get the Wonder Duck out, and I want to get Duty out. So we'll see what happens. Everything's fluid with us, so it changes. Like, for instance, I made a decision that I'm not going to do another campaign for Forbidden. I'm just going to go straight to the stores. So Forbidden is going to go straight to full collected edition, go straight to the bookstores, ISBN number, barcode, and go from there. Get a print on demand distributor, and that's what I'm doing with that. Because I really want to focus on the all ages brands right now.
And previous issues, are you going print on demand with like older stuff, or are you just letting people directly go to your website and order them from there?
Yeah, so right now, Catch the Crazies, you can go to my website. When we collect it into the graphic novel, that's going to go straight to stores, ISBN number, barcode, the whole thing, the Walmarts, the Barnes and Nobles. So you can get the collected edition. We will be eventually going to print on web comic distributors and stuff like that. But right now, we're trying to funnel in and collect as many email addresses and build a fan base, so that way we have a following that'll support all the things that we do. So we're keeping it in one location for now.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. You guys are always fun to watch and hang out with on a stream. So. And George definitely has an open invitation to come on. I got to get the other half. Of the dynamic duo here on the pod.
Yeah, definitely, because he's on the road now promoting, campaigning for Wonder Duck. I did something special for Wonder Duck as well. I'll let George talk about that. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. And for when my campaign goes live for Disneyland My Toilet, there's also going to be a link and a thumbnail to drive traffic to his landing page for the Adventures of Wonder Duck. So we want to try to incorporate the fan base and bring them to the House of Craze. So when they see the Catch the Craze, it's synonymous with comic books. And so if you support the podcast, we hope that you support the books as well.
For sure. 100%. Well, why don't you let us know where we can follow you on social media? I mean, I know, but the people might not know.
Yes, it's easy to find me. It's Catch the Craze. That's it, with a D-A, not a T-H-E. So if you just type in Catch the Craze, whether it's on the new Twitter, which is Getter, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Getter, I'm on WeMe, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Reddit. Wherever it is, I'm there. If there's a social media hangout, Sam is there. I'm crashing parties. I'm the wedding crasher. So you're having dinner with your family and you look up, I'm sitting there eating too. I just happen to show up. Just don't mind me. I'm doing my thing. So Catch the Craze, you'll find me anywhere.
Awesome. Sam, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. We'll look forward to Duty and Alien in My Toilet. Kick it off on Kickstarter on the 15th of February.
Outstanding.
Everybody join us then, and make sure you follow Sam anywhere you get social with your media. and get signed up on the launch page. The link is right in the chat, and we will catch you next time right here on Creators Outlet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.